Hello, hello, hello. Ms. Treadway here to start our first set of notes on section 1.2. So before we kick it off, quick review on acute, obtuse, right, and straight angles. For acute angles, remember this is when x is between 0 and 90 degrees. Right angles are when x is equal to 90 degrees. Obtuse angles are when x is greater than 90. And a straight angle is when x is equal to 180 degrees. So let's jump straight into practice problem number 1. Here in the following diagram, angle DEG equals 80 degrees. So this whole thing is 80. DEF is 50. So this little portion right here is 50. HJK, and that should say M, I apologize, typo, is 120 degrees. And angle HJK is 90. So what conclusion can be drawn about angle FEG and KJM? Well, first let's find out what we can about these two angles, starting with FEG. Well, I know that angle DEF plus angle FEG is equal to angle DEG. And let's plug in what I know about those angles. I know that DEF is equal to 50 degrees. I don't know the measure of FEG, but I do know that DEG is 80 degrees. So I can now solve for FEG by subtracting 50 from both sides of my equation. And I know that angle FEG is equal to 30. All right, let's do the same thing for our other angle. I know that angle HJK plus angle KJM is equal to angle HJM. So again, let's plug in what I know about these two angles. I know that HJK is 90. I don't know the measure of KJM, but I do know that angle HJM is 120. So again, I can solve by subtracting from both sides, and I get that KJM is equal to 30 degrees. So angle FEG and angle KJM are both equal to 30 degrees. So therefore, they are congruent angles because they have the same measure. All right, let's go on to our next page. Problem number 2. I want to find the measure of angle 1 if angle ABC is a right angle and angle 1 is equal to 3x plus 4 and angle 2 is equal to x plus 6. So remember, a right angle is one that's equal to 90 degrees. So that means that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degrees. So now I can plug in these expressions for angle 1 and angle 2. So we have 3x plus 4 and x plus 6 add up to 90 degrees. So let's review our algebra. I need to add up my like terms, combine my like terms, and I'm going to get that 4x plus 10 is equal to 90 degrees. And now I just have a two-step equation to solve for x. And I get that x is equal to 20. But is that what the question asked me? No, I want to find the measure of angle 1. So I now have to plug in my solved value of x into my expression for angle 1. So I plug in 20 for x, and I get that angle 1 is equal to 64 degrees. All right, practice problem number 3. If angle B is acute, what are the restrictions on the measure of angle B, and what are the restrictions on x? So remember from our first page, acute angles are between 0 and 90 degrees. So the same is going to be true for angle B. It's going to be greater than 0 and less than 90. And what are the restrictions on x? Well, I know that the measure of my angle is expressed as 2x plus 14. And I know that the measurement has between 0 and 90. So my expression, 2x plus 14, also has to be between 0 and 90. Now, I want to get this expression, this inequality, just in terms of x. So I need to solve this inequality. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of this 14, and I have to subtract it from both sides of the inequality. So I'm going to get that negative 14, is less than 2x, which is less than 76. And then my last step is going to be to divide by 2 on both sides, and I get that negative 7 is less than x, and x is less than 38. So those are my restrictions on x. All right, now transitioning into something other than angles, we are talking about degrees, minutes, and seconds. So every angle of a degree, each angle of a degree is divided into 60 minutes, and each minute of an angle is divided into 60 seconds. So 60 minutes are in a degree, 60 seconds are in a minute. So let's practice by converting these degrees into minutes. So 87.5 degrees. So this 87 is going to stay in degrees, but I need to convert this half of a degree into minutes. So I know I have half of a degree, and that is equal to some amount of minutes. And I know that I have 60 minutes in a degree. So I can write this expression, and I can solve for x by cross multiplying. So I'm going to get 2x is equal to 60. Divide, and I get that x is equal to 30 minutes. So 87.5 degrees is equal to 87 degrees and 30 minutes. All right. Similar on number 5, I have 60.4 degrees. So first, the thing I want to do is rewrite that as a fraction. So 0.4 is the same thing as 4/10, and I want to put that in simplest terms. So I'm going to go 60 and 2/5 degrees. Now, just like we did on number 4, I have 2/5 degrees, and I want that equal to a certain number of minutes. So I cross multiply, and I get 5x is equal to 120, divide, and then we get that x is 24. So this is equal to 60 degrees and 24 minutes. Right, last one for today. I'm now converting from degrees and minutes back to degrees. So 60 degrees is already in degrees, but this 45 minutes is what I need to convert. Well, I know that 1 whole minute is equal to, 1 whole degree is equal to 60 seconds. So if I want this as a fraction, I need my part over my whole. And in this case, my part is the 45 minutes, and my whole would be 60 minutes. So 45 over 60 is the fraction, and then I want to reduce this into simplest form. So 45 and 60 are both divisible by 15, and this can be rewritten as 3/4. So 60 degrees and 45 minutes is equal to 60 and 3/4 degrees.